Hello everybody, this is a Lamley showcase. Hot Wheels 2-packs today, the Target exclusive 2-packs. They have hit and hit hard at your local Target if you're here in the United States, so you want to go check that out. I've heard from several of you that you saw them. I got a box of them from our friends at Mattel last week. It's time to showcase those, and of course, we'll look at the 3 2-packs, 3 new sets that are in here, and do a little Hot Wheels history lesson as well, right? That's what I like to do. So let's get to it. I open the box upside down. I do that occasionally, but you can see there are 8 pieces. Turn your phone around or your computer, whatever, you can see it says contains 8 pieces. If you've never seen this case, this is what it looks like, at least when you open it from upside down. There are 8 sets in here, and then they'll do the assortment based on what they think is most popular. So they're banking on Mooneyes and they're banking on BRE. I think they're probably right there. And then we have the Porsche set. So I'm going to pull one out of each. And we're going to open these babies up. Let's move this out of the way. And let's have a look at these fantastic sets. We'll actually go Porsche, Mooneyes, and then BRE, maybe going in that order. So let's have a look at these sets. Now, we've talked about this in the last one. This is kind of an awkward packaging. I wonder if one day we'll see it a little bit different, maybe one car stacked on the other or something, because the blister on this is massive. I like the presentation. It does still look a little sparse on the bottom side, but when we basically have a nice canvas for a very large, cool Julian Coils artwork. Very similar to Team Transport. Obviously just no truck and a car, 2 cars. And what we've seen too, and we'll go over these sets, we have one, I would say in quotes, repeat, because there typically are going to be some subtle differences. We'll check out on these. I know the BRE is definitely different. And then there'll be a new model within the same theme. So there's that. If you want this, take a note of that. They are hitting targets, like I said. There's the back of it. That's the set. 1, 2, 3. And they are exclusive to Target. All right, let's take a look at Julian Coils artwork. This is the Porsche set. We'll call this what? The Porsche 962 set, right? Because you have an Advan car. It's not an Advan set themed. This is definitely Porsche 962 themed. We have the Advan car, which we've seen before, and then we have the new Valvoline version of this Porsche. So let's go ahead and open it up and let's do our little Porsche history lesson. So it's one of those things, like, I like the packaging and I don't like the packaging. Does that make sense? All right, let's open these up. Let's take both cars out. Let's toss that far away and let's have a look. Let's start with the Advan Porsche 962. We've got a very overcast day, so we've got a nice good shot on the turntable. First thing we got to do though is sorry, bumped the microphone. Look for differences, right? So I see some subtle color differences. I'm looking at the top here. I mean, a slight change in red from the side. I'm trying to look for any deco that's different. Not seeing anything from the side. Not seeing anything. Let's see if you guys are noticing something. Oh, sorry, I'm not in focus here. We'll put them on the turntable together as well. And then from the back, nothing else. So this one seems very, very similar. Outside of some subtle shade differences, I don't see any difference whatsoever, to the point that I got to remember which one is which. So we'll go ahead and put the old one back that came in Car Culture, right? And we'll have a look at this one. So it's on the turntable. It's with the comparison. We've seen it before. Anything in Advan looks good, right? It looks really good, but I think we can move on to that one. This one we know is new. This is the Valvoline version of the Porsche 962. Also mismatched wheels, same style of wheel, but white in the front and the dark brown, which I think looks really nice. You customizers might want to get your hands on that color. Valvoline is pretty standard. So standard, I don't mean in a boring way. I mean in, like, we need to have it, and it really looks good with the family. So let's look at the family, right? Let's see what we've got so far. Now with the Porsche 962, we've got it started with the Greddy from, I think, early on. This casting was introduced in the first year of car culture, right, with the Gretty livery. That's what you can see. It's a little more sparse because that was when they weren't doing the full decos with car culture, when it was in like the $250 range. Then we had the Advan. We already saw that, so we can continue there. And then the Team Transport Momo version, which, I don't know, Advan wins, I think, but this Momo version from Team Transport is fantastic in red with the black rims. And then we finish off just recently, right, in, was it Entertainment? In Entertainment with the Porsche Racing version, which also is very clean, very cool. Kind of looks similar to the Valvoline. So we have a very nice family of cars right there with the Porsche 962. Let's move to Mooneyes. Anything Mooneyes, well, I know it excites collectors. I know it excites me. I've documented a lot that it also excites my daughter, who really digs Mooneyes and is like doesn't really get into the collecting thing, but has just loved the Mooneyes with the Mooneyes deco, and she's got her eyes on one of these sets in the case, so she'll be getting one to add to her Mooneyes collection. Let's have a look at Julian's art. Looks awesome. Repeat is obviously the T1. The Beetle is the new Mooneyes car, and it follows a theme. In this case, let's go with the theme first. T1 to start, right? We had, this was the first one in car culture. I think it was Cargo Carriers is where we saw this one. We'll do the comparisons once we open and see if there is anything different about them. And then what I really love about this is they just went with that combi slash van slash bus, VW bus theme, went with the cool combi, which I love this casting. Based on what I like, this is not typically the kind of casting I like, just a shrunken VW, but I just dig this casting so much. Love the Mooneyes version. Then of course in Boulevard, like that was Boulevard, and so was this one, the Mooneyes drag bus. So they've really given it the proper treatment. Now we add the Beetle to it in that same flamed Mooneyes deco, and we'll see what's going on with the T1. Let's go ahead and open it up. Notice, by the way, in the art, this is at the Mooneyes headquarters in California, right? In Southern California. I don't think this is Japan. I think this is definitely in Southern California. So nice to see that real background there. T1 and the Beetle. All right, let's do our comparisons first with our T1s. And we start, I don't see any difference in the front. You tell me if you do. Maybe slight shade difference in the headlights. But I mean, we're really grasping here, right? All right, from the sides, I mean, I guess I'll do it this way. Wheels look the same. Okay. Wheels are a little darker on the new one. I don't know if in my kind of overcast day if that really comes through, but the wheels are darker on the new one. Still white line tires. The flames look, slight shade differences once again. Same thing here. I actually really do like, I think they've upgraded the plastic style they use on these wheels. I noticed that with modern classics, it has more like what would look like plastic wheels here, not chrome. Now kind of has a little bit of a more metallic look to it. It's definitely been an upgrade. I was going to ask about it, and I haven't done that yet. So that might just be the natural difference. These look more plasticky. Again, let me just try and get it in the light a little bit better. These look more plasticky, and the other ones look darker. And then from the back, go with Moon, no difference. I mean, we're talking slight. Maybe the white, I don't know. The Go With Moon logo might be slightly different. But again, we're grasping for it, right? So we'll put that one right here. We'll put this one back. Not much of it. There were some pretty distinct differences in the last ones, and I know there is with the BRE. All right, let's have a look at the Beetle. This is the custom Beetle, right? Can't remember what they call this one. Volkswagen Beetle. Obviously, it's custom. Fenders removed, everything else. This one was a Mooneyes and a Zamac a few years ago. Now it goes premium with the Moon Disc wheels. Love the Moon Discs. Pretty much on anything. I just think they're really, really cool wheel riders. And, what else are you going to say about this? Anything that adds, I don't care what they do in Mooneyes, anything that adds to the Mooneyes collection is most welcome. So we will put those there. Let's go BRE, right? BRE is always a big deal. These sets, they put 3 in there. They know they're going to sell, and I think they're going to sell. Now, I will say this. The Team Transport, they put a lot of Team Transports out there, and a lot of them hung for a while. But I think this one's going to go. All right, let's look at the set. Should we do the history first, leading up to it? Because it's really a bookended, this is a bookending set for sure. Because you have the original BRE that Hot Wheels did, the number 46 John Morton. Now we have the number 85, which is another pretty famous looking. We've got the 85, the 35, and whatnot. But let's do the history lesson first. And let's start with the original, then we'll do the comparisons. This was from Vintage Racing, the very, very famous peg warmer to start. You know, Junimai design 510 going in the BRE as part of Vintage Racing. It was the only Japanese car in the set, but obviously BRE is based in the United States, so U.S. racing car. And iconic, right? And this one has always been a sought-after one for collectors who missed it back in, 2009, 2010, something like that. It's been highly desired, and that's why these go loose for $250 and packaged for, $375, $400, just depends on the condition. I'm always fearful that the vintage racing cars are going to fall off the blister eventually. That's why I have mine loose. Well, I have them loose because I wanted them loose, but they're just seems like the glue back then wasn't great. They came back and repeated it. This is the most expensive, probably one of the most expensive RLC cars behind the 55, the Candy Striper Gasser. Maybe the Silverado's a little bit more. I can't remember, but this one is going up in price to close to $1,000 carded, right? People hate the Neo wheels on it. I'm not a big fan either, but considering we have the realistic vintage racing, now we have a third number 46 here in the 2-packs. This is just kind of its own thing, right? Same exact deco, but done in Spectre Flame Red with the BRE deco, and the Neo wheels just done in that classic RLC style. And now that you have like 2 other 46s, it's nice to have that one as almost like just kind of a showpiece. It's just different. It's not necessarily realistic what the collectors go for. Number 35 was the next one. This one was also an RLC exclusive and Car Culture. So after the first year of Car Culture, the Hot Wheels team decided to do a 6th car from each set. So each one was a 5-car set themed. They did a 6th car, put them together in a special box set. And this was one of the racing themes. I can't remember what the racing one was, but they did the number 35. Got full deco. Got the 4-spoke wheels, which is very cool. This is going to be very similar to the number 85. We'll put them together as well. We might as well, right? Because we should, because they look so similar. And then finally, Team Transport number 68. This one is a very different color combination, plain blue and white as part of Team Transport. Obviously, there's the BRE truck. I didn't pull that one out. But that one cool with the mismatched headlights and everything else. I just dig that 510. The 510 is just always rich in history. And now we add to it with the number 85 and the return of the number 46. Looking forward to doing this comparison. I'm going to move the Mooneyes just over here so I'm not knocking them around. If you want to see, this is Julian's art. It's on a racetrack, obviously. I don't know if he's using an exact racetrack, but the unfortunate cutout here, and my friend Jason pointed this out. It would have said speed, but then they cut out the J-hook, and now it says peed. So all of us can giggle. All right. Here is the set. Let's get them both out. Let's toss that away. Let's look at number 46. We'll do the comparison, but you can see it now. So, let's just do the comparison, right? Let's just move this 85 over. And let's start. I'm outside. I'm over concrete. I don't want to drop these. All right, so headlights, very different. This one, we already know the comparisons. Shade of red, a little different. Hood pins, a little different. 46 is a little bit smaller. 46 on top looks to be pretty much the same. Let's look at the sides. Wheels are the obvious different. You got that vintage racing premium Goodyear tire, which, I like the 4 spokes on this one too, but I'm going with the vintage racing. Still the complete one, right? It's just still just the best one. And then the back, big difference on the back. Probably more along the styles of the or the 510 with the white trim with the BRE version. So I mean, these are two like exceptionally different. That's a little bit dramatic, but these are very different versions. So if for those of you who have this and are like, oh no, it's gonna lose value because there's a repeat. No, it's not. No, it's not. The 4-spoke looks fantastic. It's a nice version to have. Those of you, oh, there's trim on this one, window trim on this one I just noticed as well, which looks cool. So no, you're not gonna lose value on your vintage racing or your RLC if you have it. Let's look at the number 85 just for kicks. Let's do comparisons with the 35. We don't have to worry if they're different or not, but you know they are. Shades are different. Headlights a little different. Just, I mean, there's a lot of similarities, but one is 35, one is 85. Wheels are very similar. Back trim on the 85 is a little bit more detailed as well. But yeah, let's take a look at the 85. BRE collection is pretty cool. 3 number 46s, a 35 and a 68, now an 85, and it looks great. Just a really cool collection to have, and nice that those of you who missed out on those first 2 BREs now have at least a 46. So, you know, yeah, I get it if you don't want to try and pony up. If you wanted both of those cars now, you're going to pay upwards of, what, $1,500 to try and get them both. Now you can create an instant set. Go find that Car Culture one, not too expensive. It's probably about $75. The 68 you can get now, and now you can just add the 46 and 85, and you've got yourself a full BRE Hot Wheels collection. How cool is that? I mean, that's how it is. I like the rarities. I also like the complete collections too, and now you can kind of do something like that. There you go. Full set, 3 from Target, Porsche 962, BRE Datsun, and Mooneyes, all winners to go along with the Borla, the Mercedes, and the what am I playing? Oh, of course, the R32 Skyline set from the last one. I'm digging these. Kind of like to see the packaging improve a little bit, but not the art, just that weird blister. Other than that, you guys tell me what you think. Look for them at Target. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Mattel, for sending them. Bye.